What's the significance of red heifers in Israel? Well, to restart temple service, Jews require the ashes from the red heifer to cleanse them from death. Out of all the sacrifices described in the law, the red heifer sacrifice and the water of cleansing described in Numbers 19 is the only provision for cleansing from a dead body. In 2022, 5 red heifers that fit the requirements were flown from a ranch in Texas to Israel. This is the first time in 2,000 years that red heifers have been found that fit the strict requirements of being unblemished, not having a single hair of another colour, and never being yoked or used for any other purpose. Jesus' blood is compared to the heifer's sacrifice, that it is so much greater as it cleanses our consciences from acts that lead to death, rather than just cleansing outwardly. So let's have a look at how the red heifer sacrifice, like most of the other sacrifices, point us to Jesus. Firstly, the red heifer was to be without blemish or defect, and Jesus is without sin, described as the lamb without blemish or defect. The heifer was never to have been under a yoke, and Jesus' cross was given to Simon of Cyrene to carry, so Jesus was not yoked as he approached Golgotha. The high priest would examine the heifer before sacrifice to ensure it fitted the requirements. In the same way, Jesus was handed over to Caiaphas the high priest to be questioned before his crucifixion. The heifer was the only sacrifice that was led outside the camp to be killed, and Jesus was killed outside the city. Part of the instructions for the red heifer sacrifice were that the priest was to take a stick of cedar wood, a hyssop branch, and some scarlet yarn, and throw them into the fire where the heifer was burning. This seems bizarre, until we consider how Jesus was crucified on a wooden beam, was given a sponge soaked with wine vinegar on a hyssop branch, and was made to wear a scarlet robe. Although the heifer was unblemished, the ceremony made both the priest and the man who burnt the heifer unclean. Similarly, Jesus was without sin, but is described as becoming sin for us and a curse for us. The ashes of the heifer were mixed with water to produce the water of cleansing, which was for purification from sin. It was sprinkled on people and objects to cleanse them from death on the 3rd and 7th days after their contamination. In contrast, Jesus is the atoning sacrifice for our sins and was raised on the 3rd day. We're baptized with water and the Spirit into Jesus' death so that we can have new life in him. Just as the ceremony cleansed people from the contamination of death, Jesus saves us from the penalty and corruption of death. Thanks be to God for his indescribable gift. Please like and subscribe for more Bible nuggets from a Hebraic perspective.